Hello and welcome everyone to the solo multimedia podcast where I give you my unfiltered takes straight off the cuff. And today is going to be a ridiculously short episode. I just finished playing a free game on Steam called Cave Crawler. I mean, it's not a very long game. The whole game is 8 minutes long. About that's roughly the time I beat it, and it has a bonus level that might take you a bit longer. I've beaten that as well, but I only recorded like the first 5 levels or whatever. But the reason I want to mention it is because if you haven't played it and you're into platformers or old school style side scrollers like Metal Slug or Contra, there's definitely going to be something here for you. It's a really, really bare bones game. All you do is jump and shoot, basically, and you move to the right, as in every good side scroller. But the reason I wanted to mention it is because it kind of illustrated something to me that I thought was kind of interesting. So, I feel like recently there's been a real trend ever since Dark Souls kind of like came to popularity. There's been a real big trend of games that are just trying to be as punishing as is physically possible. And this game, the one thing it did that made me kind of remember, I guess, some what games were like almost a little bit before that, is it introduced each new mechanic in a way that was incredibly fair. So, for example, when it introduced in a very typical platformy side-scrolly fashion, when it introduced essentially the falling icicles from the top of the level, it shows you them in such a way that you can't possibly get hit by it. You're just walking forwards and a thing will fall and you'll go, okay, cool, if I see that again, that thing will damage me. So the exact same thing happens when it introduces a couple enemies, and also there's a couple things that like come out of the ground, stuff like that. The game is just a tight 5 levels. Aesthetically, it's very basic. Everything is white and black except for things like lava and bullets, which are red. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say, honestly. It's just a really short just a really short game that kind of made me appreciate game design a little bit more, which I mean already did, but I guess it's been kind of interesting to see that this kind of fairness has almost been lost, I guess, unfortunately, in the quote-unquote Dark Souls era. I guess one thing I will say is I don't necessarily mind that. I'm a big fan of punishing games, but at the same time, it's just weirdly refreshing to see something so short and so basic just reintroduce some of those old elements that I guess were almost assumed for a long time. So yeah, if this sounds even remotely interesting to you, my bumbling idiotic words haven't turned you off completely. Yeah, Cave Crawler. It's free on Steam. It's a type 5 levels with like a boss at the end, and there's a bonus level. Go play it. Use a controller. It was fun. Really short. Very simple. Peace out, and I hope you all enjoy.